I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome back, folks, to another interesting video, and in this one, I've got to welcome you to the Season of Horror. You heard that right. Starting from April and running all the way through June, which is what's been officially announced by Wizards of the Coast, as well as Dark Horse Comics. But what is it? Well, to start with, it's a categorized run of their products during this phase, abiding by a particular set of themes, that I'm sure you can make out when you hear Season of Horror. This idea was first revealed to the public in March this year, along with the roadmap for the same. But the main event of this series, obviously from the Dungeons & Dragons pantheon, has most definitely gotten their fans all pumped about this. And why wouldn't they be, since one of the most beloved yet terrifying dimensions in the history of that franchise is making a return. Oh yes, we will finally meet Ravenloft and come across those iconic Dark Lords, gothic terror-coded stories, and my favorite aspect, domains of dread once again. Let's begin, shall we? Dungeons & Dragons is building an entire season around it, and as part of that, we're going to be getting a fresh 4-part horror series, launching in the summer, and I can't wait to see what terrifying world they've got in store for us. And this is going to be our video for today, so take a seat, buckle up, and let me take you through an exciting set of updates regarding this horror series, making the news in the horror world. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, I already mentioned to you what it is, but what is it about? Well, I've got some answers for you. First and foremost, it's said to be a narrative-driven series from Dark Horse and is published to act like a companion piece to their much-anticipated release of Ravenloft: The Horrors Within, which is set to hit the shelves on the 16th of June, which places us barely a month away. But back to our 4-issue horror series and who's behind it. Alright, you've got a Bram Stoker award-winning author, Amy Chu, who will be behind the writing desk for this one. This also won't be her first collaboration with Dark Horse Comics, since her magnum opus from 2023, titled Camilla, which earned her that award, was a Dark Horse series, as well as the underrated The Secret Loves of Geeks from 2018. So writing is the part where I can safely bet on some solid quality for this one, which we'll surely be getting. But other than Amy, the artwork is going to be headed by Eisner-nominated artist Ariella Cristantina, who has a really niche style to her name, as seen in her works with the X-Men comic series like Logan's Legacy No. 2, along with Wolverine and Wolverine and the X-Men, and so on. But with these two to lead this Dungeons & Dragons series, creatively speaking, it assures an epic release, as said since the roadmap reveal as well. And considering that they also have a board game and a new TRPG book as part of this season of horror, yet the spotlight and hype majorly falling over this comic book series suggests it will definitely be worthy to consider this a big deal, as it positions itself as the flagship launch of the whole campaign. Now, I didn't use the term big deal just for the sake of it. I've been a fan of the Dungeons & Dragons lore for years and years, so trust me when I say this, Ravenloft is their realest horror dimension, in a way that they've dedicated the most time, effort, and creativity for the development of its core, which consists of a collection of domains of dread, each ruled by a Dark Lord, who themselves are trapped by their own sins, which takes over the already well-laid lore and raises the stakes to a whole different level altogether. Here they've expanded it to 16 domains and 17 Dark Lords. As per what I've been gathering, they categorize the said divisions into subclasses of their own, such as the Reanimator Artificer and Hollow Warden Ranger, while also bringing in new species, Dark Gift Feats, and so much more. All of this makes it a hefty product set to release, and this very release seems well coordinated to me. I'll explain. Wizards of the Coast has decided that, along with the book, they'll put out a range of other products from the same franchise, as I mentioned earlier, such as the Taroka deck, DM screens, and horrifying Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft, the board game, which will have players facing off against the man Strahd von Zarovich himself. Just to be clear, Ravenloft: The Horrors Within is the rulebook that you use to play your games, and Horrified Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft, as I just stated, is the board game. And the role of the 4-part horror comic series is to tie the whole lore together. If you ask me, this is a great entry point to newer fans who would like a shift from the classic fantasy genre of Dungeons & Dragons. This one's darker, gothic, and adventurous, as simple as that. But all of this kept in mind, you just have to have it settled in your head that the comic series is still going to be the spine of this horror season to help you along the way in following the story. Got it? Great. But what story is there to follow? Well, as of now, regarding the comic book, there's an official synopsis that introduces us to quite a scary piece of news. It reads, Ravenloft is falling apart, and no one knows why. Fortunately, monster hunter Ez Davenir, a fan favorite introduced in the Curse of Strahd adventure, is on the case. She's searching the frozen wasteland of Lemordia for an undead creature that may hold the key to Ravenloft's fate. But when Dark Lord Victra Mordenheim catches wind of her quest, Ez is suddenly the one being hunted. It's that this right here is classic Ravenloft horror, refurbished and brought back for an all-new ride. We got a protagonist trapped in a hostile world, hunted by a villain with total power. Also, to the fans of the franchise, you should be even more pumped with the idea that this comes as a story which plans to unite the proteges of Rudolph van Richten, the legendary monster hunter, while also borrowing characters from different domains to solve the mysteries laid in their path. Now on to the final segment, and this is the part where we talk about the real deals. Dates, prices, names, and whatnot. Okay, firstly, to start with, there's the release of the first issue of Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft in your nearest comic shops on August 19 later this year for $4.99. This series is the perfect way to start off your summer with a bang of horror. And if you think I'm confident about this, then that's because I am. And that's after I got a glimpse of what to come, and you can too by simply having a look at the spectacular cover art by Francesco Francavilla and Riley Rosmo. One of the covers in there even teases the return of an iconic vampire lord in Strahd von Zarovich. That being said, I would turn to the readers who crave a darker and fantasy-filled adventure, because this is one such horror ride in the form of a comic series that I would not recommend missing out on this summer. Keep it in mind. And that's our video for today. I hope you had a great time as I took you over everything you needed to know about the newly confirmed horror comic series in the Dungeons & Dragons world. Brought to you by Dark Horse Comics and Wizards of the Coast as part of their Summer of Horror campaign. I wouldn't want to miss out on this, and I'm just compelled to recommend you to check it out as well. Now, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to drop a like, share it with your friends, and let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below on this upcoming horror comic series and how hyped you are for it. Finally, please subscribe to Marvelous Videos for more such content. Until next time, take care and ciao!